everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online, 23rd Century Starfleet campaign. And we're gonna replay the Shadowplay mission. Okay, so we're dropping Tequila back off.
I can't thank you enough for returning me. Looks like the Romulan Star Empire has been busy while I was away. They were already lobbying our council to join them, but Romulan Republic envoys are there as well. Now the Empire is blockading the planet, probably to prevent information like ours from reaching our leaders. The shield wall is new. I guess the Tal Shiar constructed it. You should be careful.
Yeah, we've ran afoul of the Romulan Star Empire before. Now I have played this mission before, but I forgot to press record. So, yeah, I have to play this again. And there is indeed this shield barrier all the way around the planet, as I will show you on the map. It does indeed stretch all the way around the planet, although it doesn't render on the game map. And there seems to be a Romulan warbird waiting for us at this entrance here.
This planet is protected by the Romulan Star Empire. State your business.
I didn't realize Cirini Prime was a protectorate of the Romulan Star Empire.
Technically, it is not. However, the Empress has graciously extended her protection to all worlds in this region of space, including Cirini Prime. There have been recent reports of terrorist activity on the planet. As a service to the lawful residents, we are securing the world against further intrusions.
Well, it's very gracious of the Empress, but I don't think that's what the Cyrenians want.
This planet is protected by the Romulan Star Empire. State your business.
I'm returning the citizen to her homeworld.
Indeed. Identify this citizen.
We'll tell the truth.
That is the name of a fugitive wanted by the Romulan Star Empire. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Okay, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Now, Romulan ships, if you remember, can be quite troublesome. I'm not going to bother with that magnesite ore. It's common enough. Okay, let's beam down. Bring the colonist back to her home.
I can't believe I finally made it home. Thank you. I never thought I'd see this place again. I would give you the grand tour such as it is, but I need to get back to my family. I never thought I'd see them again either. You should talk to a representative from our council. Follow the path ahead and it will lead you to our central square. There should be someone you can speak with there.
Hey, welcome home. Now, apparently we need to choose sides. So I'm guessing the Romulan Star Empire has sent some of their representatives, we'll call them. So we'll speak to the leader of the colony, the Counselor.
Jolan True, and welcome to Cirini Prime. Oh, thank you for returning to Kella to us. I'm sure her family is pleased she is safe. However, you have arrived at an interesting time. I was just preparing to meet with representatives from the Romulan Star Empire and the Romulan Republic. Each are urging our colony to join their faction. We've done our best to stay out of the conflict until now, but I fear we will soon be forced to take a side.
Yeah, we did kind of meet one of the Empire's representatives in orbit.
Yes, the Empire has a way of offering assistance that feels more like a threat. They offered security services for my world, and I could not risk refusing them. And, to be fair, there have been no abductions since the fleet began protecting the planet.
Abductions? This is the first time we've heard of this.
A number of our citizens went missing in the weeks before the Empire arrived. The Empire blames the Republic, of course, but I think Sela likes to blame them for a lot of things. There's no evidence they are responsible, however. In fact, there's no evidence at all. And I think that if the Republic were behind these kidnappings, they would leave some trace behind. If you would care to speak to the representatives, I would be interested in hearing what your opinion of them is.
Okay, let's speak to the representatives. Let's talk to the Empire first.
You are not welcome here, Starfleet.
Well, we seem to be off to a good start already.
Then she is a fool. The Federation are allies of the terrorists who seek to destroy what remains of our glorious empire. You will do nothing here but sow dissent and unrest. I also know that you destroyed a ship protecting this planet, with callous disregard for the safety of the citizens of this colony. I have nothing more to say to a murderer.
He left me no choice.
You had no choice? Those words have been the excuse of monsters since time immemorial. On the chance, however, that the Council is foolish enough to be swayed by your biased opinion, I will explain that the Romulan Star Empire is Cirini Prime's only hope for peace and stability. We alone possess the military strength and operational effectiveness to keep this planet safe. The terrorists from the Republic can only offer them a portion of their own loss and suffering. The Empress has already sent ships to defend this colony. That is evidence of our intentions.
Yeah, his intentions are kind of clear at this point. We've heard enough. Let's speak to this Republic.
A pleasure to meet you. What can I do for you?
What is your mission here?
My intent was to speak to the Council about the advantages of joining the Republic. Fortunately, I arrived before the blockade, and the Council has extended their protection to me. Otherwise, I'd probably be on my way to one of the Tal Shiar's prison facilities by now. The Empress likes to hide her threats in a few layers of deception and lies. It can be difficult for a peaceful world like Cirini Prime to resist. But if we all stick together, we will be able to rise up and defeat the Tal Shiar once and for all.
Those are ambitious goals.
Well, what did you think of them?
Well, the Republic seems to have their best interest at heart, so you should join them.
An interesting perspective. Thank you for your suggestion. Our most convincing evidence comes from a survivor of Virinat, and if his story can be believed, he says he knows who is behind these abductions. You should speak to him before you leave. He's behind that building.
Okay, we'll listen to him. We'll talk to the survivor.
Yes, I was at Virinat. My family died there. My friends. It wasn't terrorists who destroyed my home, and it certainly wasn't the Republic. It was the Tal Shiar and their friends. But you don't have to take my word for it. Virinat has been abandoned since the attack. Go see what our Empress does to her people.
I guess we should investigate. Being back to the Northwestern.
You are wanted for crimes against the Romulan Star Empire. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Oh, we're being ambushed, it appears.
You appear to be having some difficulties with the Tal Shiar. Please, allow us to assist. This is the least we can do for our allies in Starfleet.
However, we do get a little bit of help. A very little bit of help, but it does help to have friends.
The Tal Shiar will no longer trouble you. Do you require anything else?
Oh, thank you for the assistance. Okay, we need to cross the shield barrier in order to warp out. Now this mission is kind of in 3 parts. We just completed part 1, which was taking the survivor back home, colonist back home. Now begins the investigation of Virinat. Apparently there's very little sensor activity. Just a little bit of debris. A very old Romulan ship. I guess that makes sense. This was a Romulan colony. Let's see what else we find. Okay, a piece of Alachi equipment. I guess we could check Virinat itself. There's a sensor echo of a vessel somewhere. Okay, we'll beam down and investigate the surface. Well, there's no humanoids, but there's plenty of insects. Alright. I guess that would be these Kelids. Yeah, this colony is absolutely demolished. Hey, we froze one of them. Yeah, that's the secondary effect of the endothermic radiation, I think it's called. No, endothermic induction field. It basically freezes the enemies instead of burning them. I actually find it to be quite a bit more useful. Now, I mentioned that I've played this mission before, and that's because for some reason the audio wasn't recording. So hopefully this time I have it right. An orbital strike from a plasma weapon of Romulan origin. So yeah, the colony probably didn't destroy itself, so it could only have been the Tal Shiar. Well, the Vulcans also use plasma weapons, but I doubt it was them. Let's scan this colonist, who looks to be in a bit of a bad way. Died of a plasma weapons discharge and is infected with some kind of fungal spores. Okay, so the Alachi are definitely involved. So the Tal Shiar have made some sort of deal with the Alachi, which kind of makes sense since we saw evidence of that back on Nimbus. If you remember back in the Installation 18 mission. Now this beacon might look a bit like Borg technology, but it's actually Alachi. So we'll get a full scan of it. Getting some kind of transmission. For some reason we have to run all the way over here to answer it. Oh, we have one message from Empress Sela herself.
Citizens of the Empire, it is with great sorrow that I report the destruction of our colony in the Virinat system by the terrorist insurgents known as the Romulan Republic. I believe most of the residents of Virinat were loyal subjects of the Empire who were unaware of the terrorist cell hidden amongst their homes and families. Their deaths are a tragedy.
Continue.
When the Tal Shiar attempted to remove the insurrectionists and save Virinat and its people, the Romulan Republic destroyed the entire colony rather than submit to the lawful authority of my forces. I grieve for the loss of innocent life. Rest assured that those responsible will be found and punished for their crimes against the Romulan people. Virinat will not be forgotten.
Oh, and we get an ambush from these Eagle-leth drones. Now they also look very strange, but they also look like something that the Alachi would use. And there's my spare science officer, Hope. Now, the Alachi can be quite annoying to fight.
Target shields have failed.
They're not all that dangerous at higher levels, but at low levels, they're quite deadly. These Entangler frigates will basically lock a tractor beam onto you, and then these Sagalth escorts will charge up this energy weapon, and if it hits you, it will do an absolute ton of damage to either one of your shield facings, whatever one it hits, or if it hits your hull, it will do... I'm not entirely sure the exact number, but I was in a carrier and it took me down from 100% to about 50%. So it does quite a bit. Okay, we got a priority subspace message from Starfleet Command.
To all Starfleet vessels, our allies in the Romulan Republic are under attack by the Tal Shiar. All combat-ready vessels are ordered to report to New Romulus immediately. Individual orders to follow.
We better answer that.
Thank you for responding so quickly. Your orders are to rendezvous with Battle Group Phi at Virinat and proceed to New Romulus to reinforce our vessels there. The battle is already underway.
Okay, let's get on our way.
Glad to have you here. Let's get to New Romulus.
And we'll warp directly there. Now, by the time we get there, the battle is actually almost over.
We are grateful beyond words for your help. You have arrived in the nick of time. New Romulus does not have the developed orbital defenses necessary to repel such an attack, and Admiral Kerouac is calling for as many ships as possible to defend the planet. The flotilla protecting the planet has been pushed back by the enemy assault. They are at their final line now. They need your help.
Great battle stations.
Glad you could join us. Concentrate fire on their command ship.
Now that is actually a very good hint. If you just attack the smaller ships first, it's actually a very tough battle. If you attack their command ship, for some reason it's not so bad, taking down the smaller ships. Yeah, you want to stay out of those cones of fire as much as possible. Now, since I am in a big, slow carrier, that's going to be kind of tough. Yeah, this is technically the third wave of this battle. You're kind of here as the support in the defense of New Romulus. Okay, there's the destruction of those guys. So that kind of threw the enemy fleet into chaos. Now everyone else shouldn't be too bad of a fight. Now my Callisto escorts are kinda slow, so I'm not surprised they're not keeping up. It seems to be the end of the battle.
On behalf of the Romulan Republic, thank you for your assistance today. You have saved our new world from destruction. We cannot begin to repay these deeds you have performed today, but know that your names will go down in history.
We were honored to be of service. We'll depart. Okay, so yeah, the Romulan Republic thanked us for saving their homeworld. And as I mentioned, the Alachi are in fact the Romulan Star Empire and the Tal Shiar's new allies. Now, Shadowplay is an interesting mission because it's the first mission where it's kind of intertwining in with the other stories. And you get a big taste of that in the very last part of the mission, where you're in defense of New Romulus in that big fleet battle at the end. So we'll just accept one of these rewards here. I guess the torpedo launcher. And we'll go with Taurus, our next mission. Okay, so a planet in the Hobus system was being mined for decalithium. And when the Hobus sun went supernova, it destroyed not only the Hobus system, but the Romulus system as well, which destroyed Romulus and Remus. And Ambassador Spock used red matter to create an artificial black hole, which absorbed probably most of the damage from that, so it didn't destroy the entire quadrant. So no one knows or what was the cause of the supernova, because it wasn't quite time for the sun to go supernova. However, the Romulan Republic was investigating that, and they've shared information with both the Klingon Empire and Starfleet, as well as the United Federation of Planets, who Starfleet is part of. And Taurus might be involved, who is the former Praetor of the Romulan Star Empire. Now, the Praetor is, I think, above the Senators. Anyway, she's pretty high up in the Romulan politics, so that's probably a good guess. So while they were doing their investigation, she ran through an Iconian gateway and got away. So I guess we're doing a secondary investigation with the RRW Lisette. However, we'll do that next time. Thanks for watching.